Hey everyone, welcome back to the kitchen. It's Ariana, and today's recipe is one I lean on constantly. My one-pan lemon chicken. If you need a weeknight save, this is it. Let me tell you why this dish means so much to me. As a homeschooling parent, my days are a juggling act. I'm helping with schoolwork, keeping half an eye on the kids so they don't start monkeying around, and somehow also trying to get dinner on the table. So I've become a huge believer in dishes I can throw together, pop in the oven, and mostly forget about. Well, I do mean mostly, don't literally forget and set the house on fire. This lemon chicken is exactly that kind of meal. It's tender chicken, baby potatoes, garlic, and a big bright burst of lemon, all roasting together in one pan. Minimal effort, big flavor, and it gives me my hands back for a little while so I can actually focus on the kids. And honestly, beyond just being easy, this dish does a lot of good things for you too. The chicken breast gives you a lean, high-quality protein. We're talking about 41 grams per serving, which keeps everyone full and fueled, and it's exactly what growing kids need after a morning of lessons. The baby potatoes aren't just filler either. They bring a good dose of fiber, around 10 grams a serving, plus potassium and vitamin C. So you're getting real nourishment along with that comfort food satisfaction. Then there's the lemon, which is doing more than just adding brightness. Fresh lemon juice and zest bring a real hit of vitamin C, and that acidity actually helps balance out the richness of the dish so it never feels heavy, even with all those roasted potatoes. The garlic isn't just for flavor either. Garlic has natural immune-supporting properties. And I love that I'm sneaking a little of that into a meal my kids will actually eat without complaint. And if you toss in those frozen peas like I do, you're adding another boost of fiber and plant protein, plus a little more color and nutrition on the plate without any extra effort. The olive oil rounds it all out with some heart-healthy fats, so what you end up with is a meal that's balanced: protein, complex carbs, good fats, and a solid dose of vitamins, all while still tasting like a treat. It's the kind of dinner where I don't have to feel like I'm trading nutrition for convenience. I get both, and on a busy homeschool day, that trade-off matters more than people realize. And can we just take a moment to talk about why one-pan meals like this one are so worth building into your routine? Beyond the obvious time savings, there's something almost magical about cooking everything together in a single dish. As that chicken roasts, its juices drip down and mingle with the lemon, the garlic, and the potatoes, so every single component ends up infused with flavor from everything around it. You genuinely can't get that depth of flavor cooking things separately. There's also the practical side, which honestly might matter even more on a chaotic day. One pan means one thing to clean. When you're already stretched thin, not having a sink full of pots and pans waiting for you afterward is its own kind of win. It also means less time hovering over the stove and more hands-off cooking, which frees you up to actually be present for whatever else is happening in your house. Whether that's homework, a sports practice, or just a few minutes to breathe. And there's a real cost benefit too. Buying a whole chicken breast, potatoes, and a few pantry staples is so much more budget-friendly than a lot of the specialty ingredients other recipes call for, which makes this the kind of meal you can put into regular rotation without it hitting your wallet. Let's talk ingredients, because this is a short, simple list. You'll need 4 large chicken breasts, halved, and about 4 pounds of baby potatoes. Then 5 large cloves of garlic, 1 medium lemon, and a tablespoon of Mediterranean herbs, though if you don't have those on hand, basil, pesto, or rosemary work beautifully too. Salt and pepper, a tablespoon of olive oil, and if you want to sneak in some extra color and veggies, a small bag of frozen peas is a nice optional addition. One quick note on the chicken: I typically use chicken breasts because they cook faster and fit our schedule, but if you have a little more time, bone and skin-on chicken thighs will actually give you even more flavor. Just know they'll need a bit longer in the oven. Okay, let's get cooking. First, wash your potatoes and cut your chicken breasts in half. Then take a baking dish, and I really do mean a large enough one. You want the chicken and potatoes spread out in a single layer, not piled on top of each other. If they're crowded, they'll steam instead of roast, and you lose that beautiful browning. Next, add in your crushed garlic, the olive oil, salt, pepper, and quartered lemons, and just mix everything together right in the dish. That's it, that's your whole prep. Pop it in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 minutes. Then pull it out and give everything a little stir so the potatoes brown up nice and evenly on all sides. Bake for another 10 minutes, and here's where I like to add a little something extra. I'll toss in a small bag of frozen peas at this point. just for a pop of color, and give it another quick stir. That part's totally optional, but I think it makes the dish feel a little more complete on the plate. Then bake for a final 10 minutes or so, until the potatoes are easily pierced with a fork. And that's dinner. Truly, dinner does not get much easier than that. Now, a couple of notes for you. This recipe serves about 5 people, and it comes together with just 20 minutes of prep and around 45 minutes of cooking time, so it's very doable even on your busiest weeknight. And if you love this flavor combination but want something a little different, I actually have a stovetop, Dutch oven version of this dish called lemony chicken with beans over on the site. Same bright, herby, lemon-forward flavor, just a different cooking method. So if you're in the mood for something a bit heartier, go check that one out too. This is one of those recipes that's earned a permanent spot in our regular rotation, not because it's fancy, but because it just works. It's fresh, it's flavorful, and most importantly, it buys me back time in my day where I actually need it most. If you give this one a try, I'd love to see it. Tag us on Instagram, we're at likey_Mekai. And if you're enjoying these episodes, it would mean the world to me if you hit that like button and subscribe to the podcast. It really helps us keep bringing you recipes like this one every week, and it makes sure you never miss an episode when a new one drops. You can find the full written recipe with exact measurements over on likeymekai.com, along with plenty more easy, family-friendly meals just like this one. Thanks so much for spending this time with me in the kitchen. Until next time, I hope your week is a little easier, your dinner's a little brighter, and I'll catch you in the next episode.